Hello Aries, Sun, Moon and Venus rising. This is a general reading for Aries, Sun, Moon and Venus rising. If this resonates with you Aries, then it was for you. Now, the center of the reading here is for whether you as a couple are heading towards your hopes or your fears. And this is showing here with the Four of Wands here. But the Four of Wands is usually speaking about happy family, happy life, okay? You know, clear picket fence and all that, you know? Shows about harmony, romance, peace, satisfaction in a home, okay? Engagement, family gatherings, okay? We also say this could be coming around the 10th of April to the 21st of April, so this could be 2022, okay? This will be taking place, alright? For some of you right now, the Four of Wands indicates foundation, earth, solidity, and discipline, right? The fours in the reading also indicate the realization of one's goals. Now the meaning of the four is tells of artistic expression, creative impulses being pursued in a secure, stable environment. So some of you could be fixing up your home, redecorating, okay? Because the Four of Wands may be telling of a long-awaited rewarding holiday or journey or a changing environment that brings new experiences to broaden your minds here, alright? When it's upright, like the Four of Wands is a positive, okay? But any problems will soon pass and you'll experience inner peace as well as harmony with others, okay? It also indicates that the quiet time spent with friends and family in a favourable place, or that's very positive and happy, okay? Time will be had by all. It implies celebration, right? It describes celebration, happy, positive time will be had by all here, right? And I felt like the fear card as an overseer at the bottom of the deck, right, which I'm going to read to you now, because something's going on. This is the center of the issue, so let me see where you're coming from with this fear. A frightened woman looks down a ridge and drops sharply below her. Though in the distance is the peace and safety of her beautiful, stately home, this card indicates that a fearful attitude has overtaken you lately, and you can't seem to break away from the anxiety-filled view of things. There may in fact be something problematic in your daily life. If so, the issue has consumed you, Aries, and your worry has actually made you feel like you lost your power completely. This is not the case. You do have the power to turn things around, and you certainly have the inner strength to choose a more optimistic and self-direct approach. This card could also indicate a strong pattern of self-imposed worry, when there's really nothing to worry about. Like the woman in the picture, all you have to do is look around to see the peace and beauty already in your life. You can work on letting these negative patterns go. Choose the energy of trust instead of fear, and know that you have the power to handle anything that may come your way. Your self-trust honors your self-strength. Now, for some of you though, the energy of peace is expanding in your life. It could be that the difficulties are finally settling down, some things you've been worried about is resolving, or an irritating person is moving off and letting you relax, okay? This is the time of great mental power and personal energy for you. You are more conscious now of any fearful thinking, and you can totally take control. When you catch yourself moving into an old, worrisome pattern, Aries, you are free to let go and choose trust instead. Whether there's stimulation, situation involved, or your worry is just an old habit, you always have the power to take the mental control. Congratulate yourself for choosing to do so now. A time of inner and outer peace is on its way to you, Aries. Okay? And the affirmation is, I release worry and choose trust. My peaceful choices expand the peace and power in my life. Okay? Now, let's see what your situation is right now. You have been creative endeavor. So like I said, some of you will be fixing up your home. Okay? Some of you will be being creative, designing new things in your home. Right? But like I said, some of you need time out. Okay? Time for yourself. Right? But also, some of you need that balance as to say, yes, there is time for being with family, but there's also that time for you to actually take out for yourself. Me time. Right? So now I'm going to read to you creative endeavors. A fiddle adorned, let me turn it that way. A fiddle adorned with vines stands upright in the sand along the books. A camera, paintbrushes, and artist's easel, a beautiful vibrant flows by, indicating new inspiration is coming. This heralds a period of great creativity for you. If you've been thinking about a new creative project, it's time to get things going. And if you're already working on such a project, this card is telling you to shift it into high gear. The activities involved in this pursuit may be something personal, like taking up painting or learning how to play the piano. You may even decide to go to school to learn something new. Professional opportunities are also indicated. However, you may open an art studio or even a bakery. There's also great potential in writing, publishing, theatre and music performance or composition. If these or other creative activities call to your heart, now is the time to take action. Set aside your doubts, share your talents with the world and express your soul desire. This card is singing you praises, so should you, Aries. Okay? Now, for some of you, it seems to be a significant block in your creativity and even your self-confidence. Your self-expression, creative and otherwise, it's all kind of being dammed up. You just don't know how to get it flowing. This may be due to self-doubt or confusion about what you want to do and how to do it. Either way, you must get clear. Figure out the creative path you want to follow and know that you are capable of doing it and seeing it through. The blocked expression could go deep, indicating a profound inability to communicate in your daily life. You shut down because you fear confrontation, or you maybe just don't feel worthy or powerful enough to speak your truth. If so, this card is telling you that now is the time to face the challenge ahead. When you shut down your expression, you shut down the flow of all the universe has to offer. By learning to speak up for yourself, you open the floodgates of inner power and outer excitement and joy. Now the affirmation is, it's safe and comfortable for me to speak my truth. My soul expression is longing to be heard. So go ahead there, Aries. Now where you're going to go on to from there is to your family, friends and your guides. And that's on a spiritual level here. Right? Now for Aries, Sun, Moon and Venus rising. You got family and friends and guides. A woman in spirit floats over a peaceful stream. Her light reflecting in the water, reminding you of your ever-present power of spirit within your life. Unending inspiration and support are available through the loving entities in the spirit realm. When this card is upright, it hearkens the presence of spirit friend or family members or possibly someone you knew on the professional level. Do not put limits on the knowledge these entities can bring. In the spirit world, they can access all information of the Akashic record from the eternal past to the infinite future. All the wisdom you would ever need can be accessed through your higher self or through these spirit loved ones all around you. This card is telling you there's something going on in your life that could use advice of spirit. Perhaps a beloved family doctor from the other side is helping you heal. Perhaps a friend in spirit can give guidance concerning a relationship issue at this time. Ask for the information you need and be open to receive it is my myriad unexpected ways. Now, for some of you though, it's even more empathic announcement about the arrival or presence of an important guide in your life. Okay? This may be a talented guide, a past life guide, or expert of any kind. Everyone in spirit can be guides, from the ascending masters to the dear friends to every angel who vibrates in the heavenly realm. You can receive insight, information from them all. This card calls for you to open up to some important guidance available to you about the projects you're working on. Perhaps a talent guide or some expert is reaching out to help. It may even be someone famous like Monet. If you're an artist or Mozart, if you're into music, do not think that you don't deserve the help of these legendary spirits. They love what they did while on earth playing, and they love helping those who are following the same pursuit now. You also have the personal guide who's always at your shoulder, whispering wisdom to help you along. Open up to the powerful presence that this card reveals. See if you can get a sense of who your guide may be, then be prepared to let the inspiration flow. Now, affirmation. I open up to all the loving, helpful spirits around me. I invite their guidance and I am thankful. Alright? So now the outcome. You have playing it safe. That's your intention, is to play it safe here, Aries. Right? So I'm going to read that to you now. Playing it safe. This is for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That's it. A woman sits at a table, fenced-in yard. In the distance, fireworks light the sky. The woman seems comfortable, lounging in her lovely garden, but ignoring the world outside the fence. Her situation may be adequate, but really she's missing out on all the joy and excitement beyond her known environment. This reflects a present mindset or situation for you, Aries. There's a circumstance, a relationship, or even a place that you're choosing to stay in out of familiarity, inhibition, or self-doubt. You're making the assumption that something familiar is predictable and therefore safe, but that's not necessarily the case. In fact, you may be actually limiting yourself and also limiting the joy you could be experiencing in your life here, Aries. Only when you choose to stay in a based on sense of genuine joy and feelings of self-honor does this decision resonate with your heart. It's time to look at all your options and know that you're resourceful enough to break through the fence of your own making. The abundant, beautiful world is yours for the taking. Join the celebration, Aries, okay? Because for some of you, it marks a time of moving on to something or someone new. Perhaps you're making a choice yourself, or perhaps a situation outside yourself is forcing the change, such as the downsizing of your company or the sale of a house you've been living in. You have the power to break out and make some personal changes as well here, Aries. Have you been feeling the need to free yourself from a difficult situation or relationship? The world is opening up for you now. Even if you've been hesitant or fearful before, rest assured that you're more powerful than you think here, Aries. You'll no longer have to limit yourself to play it safe. Sometimes the safest thing you can do is take a risk here, Aries. Okay? Because the world is a wonderful place. And I have all the power and resources I need to make it mine. And that's the affirmation you should be taking. Oh. That's the way I need my voice already. So you got a lot of support and help around you, even in spirit, guides, angels around you right now, Aries, okay? But there seems to be some fear, and I always tell people what you fear is what you draw, okay? Some of you are trying to go and say, throw yourself into your home and trying to fix up your home, trying to go and say, buy new furniture, decorate your home, right? For some of you still, you will experience inner peace as well as harmony with others, because the Four of Wands indicates a quiet time spent with friends and family, right? What you got here? In favourable places or places, and that's very positive and happy time will be had by all here. It also implies celebration or getting together, some positive outcome here, okay? So let's see what other message is coming out for Aries, because that is your center of your reading right now. And if when it concerns love, excuse me. Alright, let's see what it says about love for Aries. And Aries, it shows here that in the past you have come home when you were in each other's company, you were super comfortable with each other, you and your partner. Also, you've never been in a relationship, possibly you're previously happy as friends or met during childhood. But at present, the relationship seems to be where it should be, your comfortable position, even if you don't realize it. Any problems you have are just fears and insecurities, but the reality is much different. For now, your relationship is safe. If you do not yet live with the person that you're reading about, then this card is a sign that you're currently heading in that direction here. Okay? For some of you though, sometimes you only like experience which you used to. Okay? They don't like change, and that feels comfortable. Your lack of adventure though, Aries, can be a potential problem, because if your lover is the type of person who really bored, perhaps they don't want to spend every night sitting in pajamas in front of the TV. Alternatively, it could be your lover who lacks adventure and this bothers you. Right? Now, this is for some of you. Right? When it concerns the relationship. Your past hopes, or positive and neutral or fears, is negative. Because you got in your past, you were dealing with the devil. Right? When the devil shows up in your card here, Aries, and at the bottom you've got spirituality. So you seem to be between the devil and the spiritual levels. I hear some of you are sitting on a fence. You need to make a decision. Okay? For the devil now to turn up in your reading right now, Aries, he's speaking about some form of codependency that you could be dealing with right now. Okay? Some of you are tied to a situation, you're discontent, there's anger, there's resentment, there's helplessness, depression, materialism, self-indulgence. There's also obsession. It also speaks about illness, material success, compulsions, temptations, fear and illusion. Okay? And it also speaks about violence. So some of you could have even experienced this in the past. Right? Or gone through some form of disaster, or there was some death in the family, or someone was being very ominous, there's been lies, someone was in bondage here, okay, in the past. But somebody here, somebody wants to face the fears and do it anyway, right? And that's for some of you Aries, okay? The devil turning up like this, right? The devil is a message that is ambitious. Progress should not be confused with greed and selfishness. Once you break the self-made change, you're free to make amends here. Because the devil also signifies blocks and inhibitions which hinder growth or causes power to indicate though that if the blocks can be removed, okay, Aries, progress can follow. For some of you, it could be self-imposed. Because by transcending the fear and shame which keeps us tied to the devil, more positive energy can be regained. Alright? Because as we begin to face our shadow side, taking responsibility for the aspects we don't know we dislike, we will feel less hateful or display similar qualities. But the more we accept ourselves as having lustful, greedy, destructive elements to our personality, the more that can accept other people's faults. Because if you deceive yourself, believing that we are faultless and that the only others are venile, you open the way for the dark side of nature to gain power. Okay? This may be a conscious consent for that which is allowed natural expression. Okay? Because the devil combines beauty with splendor. Alright? In order to achieve material wealth, the lesson is not to allow yourself to become submerged by the material, but let go of the chains that bind okay? Because for some of you, you need to use this, okay? Because the devil tells us that temptation is a basic human element, that this is us all the time, okay? The devil caution us all things in moderation, okay? And the devil also is asking you to ask for help from above on a daily basis here. Like I said, you got a lot of family around you, you're probably even seeing orbs, some of you, okay? Spirit's trying to help you here, okay? And for some of you, speaks about some of you actually being in a situation where there could be some form of what's the word in here? Some of you are self-doubting yourself, because the devil says that it's never too late to make amends, deal with your problems, avoid emotional outbursts for some of you. But it's the devil turning up though, it's asking you to remain aware of temptation around you so that the chains cannot bind you. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer who's very controlling. Or somebody here is emotionally unavailable. Somebody needs to make a decision here. You could even be in a stalemate where there's been some gossip, lies, and some of you are going to be moving on from that. Okay, some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. Right? Now, this King of Cups, who's turned up here reversed like this, okay? This is somebody here, I would say, you can't be trusted, especially on an emotional level, okay? When he's upright, he's usually very family orientated, using his intuition, okay? Very visionary person, okay? But when he's reversed like this, okay, he's very possessive, he's overbearing, he's selfish, he's dishonest, there's double dealing going on, okay? Could be two-timing here. There's some form of scandal or loss regarding this person, okay? The King of Cups represents someone who, the business or financial sector, may be inclined to use his superior education or privileged social contacts to take advantage of others and deceive people who, though themselves, could even be a friend, okay? When the King of Cups here appears reversed in the spread like this, you'll be well advised not to become involved in any way, okay, with matters that are unknown. No matter how enticing the offer may be or idea initial seems, don't take it up, okay? Some of you need to also avoid this person's wrath and not to get on the wrong side of this person too. This could be, I see Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and Aries, and Taurus, as well as Leo, okay? So this is actually about you here, telling people not to get on the wrong side of you. There's also a point here where there may be an issue of infidelity within a relationship here, okay? This could happen in your past, or it could be presently taking place, okay? It may also indicate where someone, usually male, is determined to control all around him. He may be dealing with loss, misunderstandings and disagreements, this person, okay? But this person seems to be filled with a lot of anger, okay? This could be you, that's inner anger that you're not expressing, okay? This person could be very flirty a lot with women or men, okay? But the King of Cups can appear sullen, demanding, and overly sensitive, okay? He may appear honourable at first, okay? But just take extra care here, Aries, when dealing with him, because the message of the King of Cups reverse is a warning to watch your back, alright? Pre-warned is pre-armed, I always say, right? The King of Cups in a love reading, right, is something else, different again, right? Because for some of you could be dealing with somebody here who's, like I said, seeing somebody else, right? In the past, you probably viewed this person as being someone who's mature, responsible, intuitive and caring at one point. You were very much in love with this person, or they in love with you. And if this doesn't sound like your current partner, this may represent an ex you're still hung upon here. Okay, that's for some of you. Okay? But when the King of Cups is reversed like this in a love reading, it seems like your lover uses their emotional intelligence and intuition for evil instead of good. For example, this card can mean that your lover has the power to manipulate you easily, and they're well aware of what makes you tick, and they can use this knowledge against you. And, ooh, I hear. This is the first layer, so I'm going to actually verify it, because it seems like in the past it's telling me this is what you was dealing with, Aries. Codependency, addictions, drug, alcohol, flirtations, infidelity. You was in the devil's hand here, right? And with the Emperor here, reversed like this, it's also showing me that for some of you right now, you could be in the past trying to get over somebody who's very controlling, very manipulative, okay? For some of you, okay? Because the person is so, it's like they've got a gift, even on a spiritual level, but they've been manipulating the gift, right? Because water signs can actually read people well, so they're also able to see their weaknesses as well as their strengths, okay? So for some of you right now, you could be dealing with somebody who was quite manipulative, okay? And in the relationship, your lover or your potential lover only conforms to gender role when it suits them, okay? They use gender as their excuse to allow you to do all the work, to say, oh, that's a woman's work. So they're not helping you around the house, okay? They're not helping you with the kids, okay? Perhaps you're paying for more than your fair share of working more. If you're not, yet in a serious relationship, be aware, because this is how this person thinks. You know what I mean? Like you're going to run round after them and meet their needs and do everything they would ask you to do, right? Now, the Emperor is also somebody who hasn't got good leadership skills, okay? This person is like a person that says, do as I say, not as I do, right? That's what I'm hearing, right? Very controlling, very manipulative, okay? Because the Emperor is showing themselves to be very frustrated, okay? Not for somebody here, right? Very immature. They lack ambition, so this person might not even be working, okay? But the person, it's going to be you, like I said, okay, Aries? But it's showing here that the person involved only has themselves to blame for this loss of position, either at work or in the community, because of their misuse or abuse of the power or position here, right? Because this person seems to constantly need to dominate the situation here. This shows here that there's a positive direction needed here. There's a distinct lack of self-discipline and control when the Emperor is reversed, okay? It's just telling you to beware of someone around you who is self-motivated for their own gain, okay? Including relationship, because they're going to reveal their true extent of these insecurities that they're having. At times, they may even show violence. So some of you could have been dealing with somebody who was very toxic and violent in the past. You had unrealistic expectation and ambitions that were more often unfulfilled. They talk the talk, but they're not walking the walk. They make promises they don't keep, okay? The person's decisions are often indecisive and petty. Because this man is showing his hypocrisy by giving little but expecting much in return. That's for some of you that was dealing with this kind of person or characteristics, okay? Now, for some of you right now, though, right? If you was living with somebody or in a relationship with this person, they were toxic in the past, okay? Some of you are still in a toxic, codependent, manipulative relationship. For some of you don't have to be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could even be going on in a working environment, okay? Now, this is for the people who actually are trying to motivate themselves, move along, right? Because Aries, this is showing whether you as a couple are heading towards hopes or your fears, and it shows that you're living together or was living together, a happy home, happy life, okay? And for some of you are thinking about moving, okay? From this relationship or ending relationship. Now, your past hopes or your fears in the negative, or your fears, right, is that it was a codependent, toxic relationship, right? Now, your present hopes or your fears is that this person is unfaithful, very manipulative and very controlling, okay? The future hopes and fears is that the person will be too controlling and manipulative, right? That's for somebody. Now, when it concerns now your lover's past hopes or fears, this is what they're thinking. Because this is you. You come from a very toxic, codependent, controlling, manipulative situation, and emotionally was unavailable. We've got the Temperance here, where someone's being very patient because they haven't completed the cycle here. Somebody wants to return, okay? And to the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Because somebody hasn't completed the cycle here. I see on the board, I see Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So these could be around you, right? With the Temperance card turning up like this, for some of you right now, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you might even have Sagittarius in your chart, and for the majority of you, you will do, okay? Because that's part of the fire signs, okay? When she's upright, she's balanced, there's moderation, there's caution here, okay? There's cooperation going on. For some of you right now, though, you could be dealing with, like I said, a Sagittarius, or this could be they have Sagittarius in their chart, but Temperance appearing in reading tells a karmic situation here, okay? Where one will be forced to learn independence, unity and justice. This also tells of a need to achieve balance in your life and harmony and moderation in all things here, because, like I said, there's some form of codependency going on here, an addiction. Feel like you're tied to the devil, or the devil's running your life here, alright? Some of you need to maintain some balance in your life and do not be hasty or rush into things at this time. Some of you need to show some inner strength and patience, and you will find success and in your divas, okay? But it's all about being patient right now, Aries, okay? Because for some of you right now, you're not being patient, and there could be a lot of conflict around you, competing, hostility, mood swings, unhappiness. As we're saying, this is for some of you, okay? Going through self-doubt, very emotional, feel like things at the home could be unstable for some of you, okay? Or the relationship, okay? But for some of you right now, it's indicating that energies are being scattered and wasted. It's also asking you to consider everything in your life. If you find lack, ensure that you build solid foundation, okay, before proceeding, right? But it's also saying that there might have been a distinct lack of judgment shown in your situation here, which has caused emotional stress and tension. It's also warning, look before you leap, Okay? Don't just jump into some situations or rush into an argument. Because some of you right now, you may be feeling self-indulgent at this time, leading to others becoming angered. To avoid this, you should be more considerate of those around them. Okay? For some of you, it tells of conflict of some kind. Changes need to be made here. Okay? Some of you are frustrated or being very impatient, and that's through your mood swings that's happening at the moment. Some of you could be having a personality conflict and discord that leads to an inability to work as a team member with others. It also implies an explosive mix of personalities with volatile tempers. It's not a good formula in business or personal relationships, so be warned here, Aries, okay? And for some of you, it indicates turbulence, uneasiness, bad timing, okay? It can also let you know about some upcoming discord that may be indicated here, alright? And frustration here. It also talks about separation because of this discord and misunderstanding. You could be falling out with friends, family members, okay? Relationship, personal or business, right? Because of your mood swings, right? Just be patient here. Some of you are just wasting your energy and scattering it all over the place, right? And for some of you right now, with the World card here, and it's reversed, okay? Some of you could be actually dealing with either a Scorpio, right? That's for some of you, right? Some of you could be wanting your freedom, okay? Or take a journey, right? But when it's reversed like this, okay? For some of you right now, what you're experiencing is laziness, you're lacking in your goals, your lack of will or frustration, stagnant, you're not moving, okay? You're talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk, Aries, sorry to say, and it keeps coming out strong. You got all these ideas of things you want to do, but you're not actually doing it. Some of you are even refusing to explore new avenues, okay? But it seems like stagnation is setting, and it's due to fear, okay? So before you are stuck in the present, unsatisfied in the situation, you need to move on and complete a cycle. Something needs to be closed, okay? A new approach is needed to break you free of the cycle here, Aries. Some of you need to reassess the situation, accept other ideas as well as your own, okay? Because some of you, when it's reversed like this, it's letting you know that some of you have a failure to work at improving yourself or your situation because of your belief and expectations that the world owes you a living, okay? The world reversed also implies holding back of personal development acts that you make a change. Remember, there's opportunity here for you to learn new things here, Aries, okay? But it's going to be up to you, okay? You can bring the horse to the water here, but you can't force it to drink it. For some of you right now, your personal integrity and self-respect should allow you to pull yourself out of this cycle. You know what I mean? You need to start loving yourself and think more of yourself, okay? But it also speaks about maybe implying a stubborn attitude or resistant to shift, and this will not lead you to any positive change in your life, Aries. So you need to be prepared to listen to and accept other people's ideas or views, right? Because for some of you right now, you may be telling you, although you're working very hard, you may not be applying yourself in the right way. Some of you need to look to new and different ways of doing things in order to find success, because for some of you right now, you're doing the same thing and expecting a different result, and it's not going to happen. You need to change. You need to be open up to change. Some of you ain't open up for change, okay? So let's see what other message is coming out here for Aries. Sun, Moon, Venus rising, because you got the Queen of Pentacles here, okay? And that's showing somebody who is financially stable. The Queen of Pentacles is usually somebody who's even married, okay, and settled in a stable, committed relationship, right? That's more than message. This talks about somebody, or somebody could get pregnant, fertility I see here as well, mother figure, okay? Talks about security, your material wishes coming through for some of you, right? And for some of you right now, with the Queen of Pentacles showing up like this, right? It speaks about somebody who is in a position where they are obsessed with materialistic things, basically. But this person seems to just focus on their pentacles, their money, okay? But the Queen of Pentacles represents a loving, sensuous, open-hearted woman who likes to create a positive atmosphere around herself. This woman makes for a good housewife or mother who enjoys her domestic security and likes to share what she has with others. And that's, you might have Earth in your sign, okay? But the Queen of Pentacles appreciates beautiful things and loves nature and animals. But Queen of Pentacles also a positive financial flair, okay? Now for the Four of Wands, you have the Page of Cups reverse. Some of you definitely could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. There's been some secret or deceptive undertaking that will soon be discovered within the home or within your relationship here. Okay, someone was not being too sensitive here with the Page of Cups here reversed like this. Okay, for some of you right now, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, right? But when the page is reversed like this, it's usually speaking about somebody here who's actually trying to seduce you or seduce somebody in a relationship, but there's some form of deception, okay? Somebody has some form of attachment, or they're being oversensitive to criticism here, okay? Because the Page of Cups reverse is someone who comes across as somewhat thoughtless, self-centered type of person who has a tendency towards being manipulative and selfish, okay? For some of you, you may even play yourself being tempted or seduced by some fanciful ideas or false promises here, okay? Or it could be you that's making these promises and not keeping it, not honouring your word, right? But it also indicates lazy, wasteful person lacking in direction and willpower, right? Now the card for the Devil here, which is in the position of your past hopes, right? It's this Devil here that you need to make a decision here to come out of something. It's also telling you with the Two of Cups to clarify it, beware of strangers carrying gifts here, Aries, okay? Because all I'm hearing, all what glitter is not gold, okay? So something here isn't right, right? Now, with the Two of Swords here reversed like this, okay? It talks about falsehood, someone was being false, disloyal, okay? Somebody you need to release, okay? For it was causing you a lot of worry and anxiety and stress in the past, okay? Some of you needed to postpone or release here. I also remember doing the fire sign. It's also telling you to let go, let God. Some of you do need to release from a toxic codependency, addiction, whatever you're in right now, okay? Because it's warning you that you should be wary of someone who seeks a compromise but is unwilling to make the concession. Like it's saying that I want to make it up with you, they're not willing to change, but they want you to change for them, okay? But because it's also indicating in the past there was a situation which has become tense and intolerable. It tells of venting true feelings with little hope of compromise or reconciliation, because this person ain't changing. You're not going to get your wish. Somebody here is overindulging with drink and alcohol or drugs and they're partying too hard. He's telling you to guard against overindulgence in both food and drink. Because liable to, you're going to make some mistakes here. Okay? Could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or you may have this in your chart. Okay? For some of you though, It's also warning not to deal with untrustworthy or unsavory characters that are around you here, Aries. Okay? Because with the Nine of Cups here reversed like this, okay? For some of you right now, you could be in a situation where dealing with the Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, right? That there's some form of complacency. Someone's being false, okay? Someone made some poor judgment here, and that's through drinking, smoking, whatever you're taking, okay? And it caused you to make a mistake or error, okay? Some of you, it implies you may be becoming complacent because of all what's going on at this time. And for some of you, something isn't as it what it appears to be, or as it seems. The situation may not be as secure as you assume, and the friendship not as close as you thought it is here, Aries, or as you might like it. There's something not right, because you've got the false friendship, something you need to let go of here, Aries. Okay, the people around you being false, very controlling, very manipulative, and you're going to end up missing an opportunity because you're being lazy, you're not budging, you're basically procrastinating, putting things off and hearing. Okay? And for the Temperance card here, patiently waiting, some of you are patiently waiting on the Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay? But the man's being false, he's not real. He's stagnant, he's not moving forward. I keep hearing, they're being false, man. I can't say it anymore, Aries. Okay, so if you're waiting for this person to come, they're being very false, and it's because you haven't completed the cycle. Okay, that's for some of you. Some of you, it might be about you've not got enough money for your personal needs or any project that you want to start. If you're thinking about decorating your home, some of you may not be able to do it because you haven't got enough money, and you'll have to wait for more auspicious circumstances or better timing for some of you. And this even could be a relationship. It's not a good time right now. It's also warning you though to be careful of what you wish for, because you just might get it here, Aries. Okay? Start thinking positive, because if you start thinking negative, you'll get that too. Okay? For some of you right now, it could also indicate that someone is directly interfering with the good fortune that is meant to be heading your way. It may be from within yourself, self-sabotaging, or from an outside force. Okay? So it seems to be a reluctance to enjoy the moment here, Aries. The fear of your future, poverty, and fears of success may all be present here. Now, the King of Cups, like I said, you might need some good legal sense here, or advice from a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer for some of you. And some of you could be dealing with a Leo. Okay? It indicates receipts of money due or personal advancement, but great disillusionment, disorder and confusion with the Three of Swords, so the third party interfering here. Okay? And that's landed on a cycle that you haven't completed. Somebody put you in a third party situation here. This person could have already been in a committed relationship from here. Okay? And so the person could have even have hurt you. Okay? Somebody could even be needing to get an operation. Okay? Especially when the Three of Swords, because something's not completed here. Someone feels stuck. Could be in a lot of pain here too here. Right? And for some of you, could be dealing with a Libra. Okay? But the Three of Swords usually about sadness or heartache. Upset, you're still upset. You're hurting from something that's taking place in the past here for some of you. Okay? Could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. May even have this in the chart. Okay? But there's some unhappiness and hurt. Someone's not completed the cycle with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay? Or Air, Taurus, Virgo, or what's the other one? Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Sorry about that. Right? But the Three of Swords here is also reversed. Okay? Because when it's upright, it usually speaks about difficulty understanding why we are afflicted with such sorrow. You have to try not to be too depressed by the negative events taking place. As once this difficult time is over here, Aries, you will feel a sense of release and well-being. Okay? Somebody could even be getting a violent assault on their ego, one which pierces the heart. Okay? Because sometimes the truth hurts. Okay? But it also speaking about a time of sadness and sorrow. There are lessons to be learned during this time. Even though what you are experiencing right now, Aries, may be perceived as negative, there is comfort in the recognition that things are underway and that everything happens for a reason. Okay? And for some of you right now, it could be indicating that it's time to let go of things that you no longer positively serving in your life right now. For example, if a relationship which is no longer positive and growing and is causing unhappiness, or a friendship, you must be allowed to die a natural death here. Okay, regardless of the short-term pain here, Aries, the Three of Swords with its sense of vision and understanding makes the pain easier to bear. Because the Three of Swords implies that something sad or painful must be allowed to work itself out. Okay, because seem to be like more than one person is involved here. Also suggests there will be a period of suspended activities before future success are realized, because there's too many people I'm hearing in your business here, Aries. Okay? Some of you, there is a focus on a separation or a loss, and it implies that you may be experiencing difficulties in a relationship that could lead to a separation here. Okay? This could be a friendship or relationship for some of you, because the cause of these difficulties is likely to be jealousy or interference from another party, a third party involved. Okay, tell me about this Queen of Pentacles here for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Whoa, there's too many. But what I'm seeing here, whoa, there's going to be some disappointment in your plans or hopes or false beginning here. Some of you might even get a call for some payment of an old debt, and it could be you that needs to actually think, because you're not taking no action. Some of you's not even having no sex. Okay? So I'm hearing for somebody. Let's see if this is for one card for this. What? Aries, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles who's financially stable. Could even be in a committed relationship, but somebody's the third party here. There's too many people involved in the relationships, that's why it wasn't going forward. Okay, somebody was procrastinating. Somebody's wearing a masker here. Somebody's not happy. Somebody could even broke an engagement here or cancel contract. Loss of valuables here. Somebody here could be going through a divorce or separation, like I said. The news from an old friend or a new business position coming through for you, but be careful. Some of you are ill right now, okay? But there's going to be recovery from an illness, and there's going to be improvement in your personal health here. And there could be, though, a lot of family quarrels and disagreement with relatives. You need to guard against extravagant urges here, so be careful with your spending here, Aries. Okay? For some of you, there could be a delay in plans. There could be possible illness. Obstacle to where you want to go. And some of you are having sleepless nights here. Okay? You can't sleep at night, you're stressing and worrying. Could be for your ill health that's keeping you up. Okay? You're worrying about your finances and everything. Alright, let's see what other message is coming out for you here, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. You have cassette. Outdated thinking condition, replaying events over in your head. That's why you can't sleep at night time, Aries. You're just going back over things over and over again. That's for some of you. You're living in fear. You're living with procrastination. You're talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk. Okay? Some of you, it's affecting your health here. Okay? Especially if you're partying too hard or overindulging with drugs and alcohol. The devil right now is in your life right now for some of you right now. You've got a snake. Alright? There's competition, there's enemies here, Aries. This person is very clever and very malicious. You need to look over your shoulder. There's another woman here in a third party situation for some of you. What other message here for Aries, Mr. Now? You've got a snake in you, Mr. Aries. Third party person involved here. What other message here? You've got a boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving and moving on. There's going to be some closure of issues here. Like I said, some of you are going to have to walk away from people and things that no longer serve you. Come on, God, for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. The message just Aries need to know. Wow, the person you're dealing with got a lot of keys on their ring, or it could be you, Aries. Many options, decisions, unconventional, string along, one night stands. That's what some of you are in right now. If this resonates with you, Aries, please like, subscribe for those who haven't subscribed. But at the bottom of your deck, for some of you, you're saying, not today. Because you're not dealing, you're hurt, you're avoiding conversation, calls or persons. You're setting boundaries, but you're still angry. And it could be with somebody you was dealing with. It could have been a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, all the signs are here, so you'll know who you're dealing with. Let's see what other messages to close this. Let's see who's in your environment, why it caused all this. Because some of you are setting up boundaries with the fencing in yourself here. Right, when you're saying playing safe. Some of you want your freedom, okay, from a situation here. Yeah, somebody had you in a third party situation, somebody that you're partying with, okay, having fun with, but they had you in a third party situation. If you don't know you're in a third party, you do now, and there was some passion, okay, definitely was some passion here, and somebody here is still not got over a loss of a mother figure, still hurting. Okay, some of you it was a marriage, somebody was in a relationship with. Alright, if this resonates with you, Aries, please like, share, follow. I'm going to take a no. I'm going to do love, but I heard no. You need some home truth and straight to the point here, Aries, because if you're procrastinating, you're the one who's doing it to yourself. Nobody's doing it to you. Right now, it seems like for some of you, you're your self-worst enemy. Okay? So let's see. Whoops. Okay. You're the best thing that ever happened to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink, Aries. And it's got, you're talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. So don't talk shit, okay? It's all about drinking and codependency here. Because it said take a shot, don't take 12, take 1, okay? Maybe 2, but move on. Alright? And you also got, have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly, eat a fucking taco. Because some of you's not eating properly at this moment. And for some of you, you got rebel. Okay, rebel against whatever's coming because fuck it. And that's the attitude some of you are taking. And don't believe every shitty thought you have here, because some of you are overthinking that's keeping you up at night time. Okay, thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. Okay, this was for Aries, Sun, Moon and Venus rising. If this resonates with you, please like, share, follow. I send you love and light. Namaste.